In this tutorial, I will show you how to install Ubuntu server on Raspberry Pi. Let's get started. First I will download image file of Ubuntu server from Ubuntu's official website. The image I am going to use in this demo is built exclusively for ARM-based Raspberry Pi. You can choose version 20.04.02 LTS or 21.04, whatever you want. Till the time you watch this video, a newer version may arrive. In this demo I have downloaded Ubuntu 20.04.2 LTS 64-bit build. If you are downloading it for Raspberry Pi 3, you should choose 32-bit version. Let's wait download to be finished. After image is downloaded, I will flash it on 16 GB class 10 micro SD card. For flashing I will use official Raspberry Pi Imager. If you don't have Raspberry Pi Imager already installed in your computer, you can download it from official Raspberry Pi website. It is available for Windows, Linux and Mac OS. Imager is already installed in my machine, so I am not going to install it now. Now I will open the folder where Ubuntu image file is downloaded and unzip it. After unzipping is finished, you will see a disk image file in the download folder. This is pre-installed image file of Ubuntu server. You can see, I have already plugged in the 16 GB micro SD card in my PC. Now, I am opening the Raspberry Pi Imager installed in my PC. To know more about Raspberry Pi Imager, you can watch this. The link of video is in I button. First I will choose the OS I want to flash on my SD card. Here we are using a custom image. So I will click Use Custom Image in the bottom of the list and select the image file from the File Select dialog box. This is the same image file which we extracted a few minutes ago. In second step I will choose the SD card on which I want to flash the image. Finally I will click the right button. Any data if present in the card will be erased. To continue you need to click Yes when prompted. Now the imaging utility will first write the files on the SD card. After writing it will verify it before finishing the process. I have showed this part of video in fast forward mode. The time taken in flashing process is much more than what you are seeing in this video. You may see notifications like a new device detected or some error message from Windows Explorer asking to format the SD card. It comes because your SD card has been partitioned into many parts and Windows is unable to read a few of those. All you need to do is to eject the SD card from your PC and close the imaging utility. Now I will remove the SD card from the card reader. I have already connected keyboard, mouse, Ethernet cable for internet and monitor to my Raspberry Pi 4. Now I will plug in the micro SD card with Ubuntu image to the Raspberry Pi and power it on. I have dual HDMI monitor. I have connected the HDMI out of my RAS Pi in monitor's HDMI 2. I have switched to HDMI 2. Now we can see that Raspberry Pi is booting with Ubuntu. As I already told you that it's an pre-installed image. Hence your Ubuntu server will boot straightforward. When you see the login prompt, please wait for few seconds so that cloud init command can do some configuration. This configuration is mandatory and it will give you finished message once it is done. Press enter key after cloud init command has finished processing. To log in, use username, Ubuntu, and password, Ubuntu. The change of password is enforced on first login. You need to change it with a strong password. You will see a screen like this after password is changed. Now you are successfully logged in. Your Ubuntu server on Raspberry Pi is up now. And you can stop watching the video here if you don't want graphical user interface. If you want GUI, you will require internet. You can connect your Raspberry Pi to your router through Ethernet. To check internet connectivity, you can ping google.com. The pre-installed image we flashed was about 700 MB in size and it was not having GUI. Now we will download the packages required for GUI from internet and install it on our Ubuntu Raspberry Pi machine. Before installing GUI desktop environment, we will first run sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade commands. Apt upgrade command will take some time. You are seeing this portion of video in fast forward mode. The actual time taken in this process is much more. After the apt repository is successfully upgraded, we will install a desktop environment. You can now install xubuntu or lubuntu desktop environment here. Xubuntu is the most popular environment while lubuntu is the lightweight one. I am installing xubuntu by running sudo apt install xubuntu desktop command. If you want to install lightweight Ubuntu, you will run sudo apt install lubuntu desktop command. There are few others desktop environment for Ubuntu also available, but these two are most widely used. This part of the video is also being run in fast forward mode. The download and installation of xubuntu desktop environment took around 30 minutes for me. So be patient while this operation completes. Xubuntu installation complete. We will now reboot using sudo reboot command. After reboot, you will boot in GUI environment. In this tutorial we downloaded pre-installed Ubuntu server image and flashed on our SD card. After that we plugged in the SD card to our Pi and powered it on. We changed the password for user Ubuntu on first boot and then installed the Xubuntu desktop environment. Now the reboot is done and you are going to see the Xubuntu desktop environment running on your Raspberry Pi 4. Now I can log in the user Ubuntu using the password I set during the first boot. Now here is our Ubuntu server with Xubuntu desktop environment. If you found this helpful, please like the video and tell me in comment section. Also consider subscribing the channel if not already done. Thanks for watching.